He wasn't born into global fame, yet there was always something unforgettable about him. A rare blend of deep vocal tone, artistic sensitivity, and magnetic presence that made people pause and look twice. Kim Taehyung didn't just debut as a member of BTS. He shaped his own artistic world, transforming quiet curiosity and creative instinct into one of the most distinctive careers in modern pop culture. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Kim Taehyung was born on December 30th, 1995, in Daegu, South Korea, and spent much of his childhood in the countryside of Gyeocheon. Long before global tours and Fashion Week appearances, he grew up in a modest environment, developing a love for music through saxophone lessons and a fascination with visual art and photography. He originally accompanied a friend to an audition for Big Hit Entertainment, but it was Taehyung who ended up being scouted, a turning point that quietly changed his life. In 2013, he debuted as V, one of the vocalists of BTS. From the beginning, his baritone voice stood out in an industry often dominated by higher tones. Songs like Singularity and Stigma highlighted his unique color and emotional control, establishing him as a performer capable of conveying vulnerability and intensity with subtle precision. As BTS rose from a small company group to a global phenomenon, V's presence became central to their visual and artistic identity. Beyond music, Taehyung explored acting early in his career, appearing in the historical drama Warang in 2016. Though his primary focus remained music, the experience revealed his interest in character-driven storytelling. Over time, he refined a personal aesthetic that blended vintage influences, jazz inspiration, and cinematic emotion. Rather than staying within one musical style, V embraced experimentation. His solo tracks, including Sweet Night, Winter Bear, and later his debut solo album Layover, leaned into soulful R&B and soft jazz tones. The album showcased restraint and emotional depth rather than loud production, reflecting his introspective personality. It topped charts globally and proved his ability to command attention independently of the group. V's approach to artistry reflects intentional individuality. He gravitates toward projects that align with his taste rather than trends, often drawing inspiration from classic films, old-school photography, and timeless fashion. This careful curation has helped him build a brand that feels authentic rather than manufactured. Offstage, his public image blends mystery with warmth. Known for his love of art exhibitions, classic music, and photography, he presents himself as thoughtful and creatively driven. At the same time, luxury fashion houses recognize his global impact. As a brand ambassador for major international labels, he has become a regular at Paris Fashion Week, where his appearances generate worldwide media attention. His lifestyle reflects balance between global celebrity and private reflection. While millions follow his updates across social platforms, he maintains boundaries around his personal life. He rarely addresses rumors directly, choosing instead to let his work and public appearances speak for him. Financially, Kim Taehyung stands among the most influential Korean artists of his generation. His estimated net worth reflects earnings from BTS World Tours, album sales, solo projects, and high-profile brand endorsements. More importantly, he has built cultural influence that extends beyond music into fashion and visual art. What truly sets V apart is his artistic evolution. From a quiet trainee with an unconventional voice to a globally recognized singer and style icon, he continues to refine his identity with each era. He embraces mood, atmosphere, and emotion, prioritizing artistic depth over noise. As of 2026, Kim Taehyung stands not only as a member of BTS, but as a solo artist and cultural figure defined by individuality and creative intention. His journey reflects growth, self-awareness, and the courage to remain different in an industry driven by trends. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. She wasn't born into global superstardom, yet there was always something unmistakable about her. A tone so delicate yet powerful, a presence so gentle yet magnetic that audiences instinctively leaned in. Rose didn't simply debut as another idol in a crowded industry. She shaped her own identity, transforming raw passion for music into one of the most distinctive voices of her generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Rose was born as Roseanne Park on February 11th, 1997, in Auckland, New Zealand, and raised in Melbourne, Australia. Long before stadium lights and world tours, she was a girl with a guitar, singing in church choirs and teaching herself to pour emotion into every note. Music was never just a hobby. It was instinct. At 16, she auditioned for YG Entertainment in Sydney, ranking first among hundreds of participants. Within weeks, she made the bold move to South Korea, leaving behind family and familiarity to chase a dream that felt bigger than fear. Her trainee years were intense and transformative. Under the demanding system of YG Entertainment, she refined her vocals, dance technique, stage presence, and language skills. In 2016, she officially debuted as the main vocalist of BLACKPINK alongside Jisoo, Jennie, and Lisa. Their debut singles ignited immediate attention, and it didn't take long for the group to rise as one of the most influential acts in global pop. Rosé's voice quickly became a defining signature of BLACKPINK's sound. Airy yet emotional, soft yet piercing, her tone cut through high-energy tracks and heartfelt ballads alike. As the group expanded internationally, releasing chart-topping hits and headlining world tours, Rose stood at the center of a cultural wave that pushed K-pop further into Western markets than ever before. In 2021, she stepped into a new chapter with her solo debut single album R. The lead track, On the Ground, broke multiple records, topping global charts and setting a new standard for Korean soloists on international platforms. The project revealed a more personal layer of her artistry, introspective lyrics about ambition, identity, and the cost of chasing success. Rather than relying solely on group fame, Rose proved she could command the spotlight independently. Her artistic growth continued as she contributed to songwriting and explored different sonic textures, balancing pop anthems with stripped-down acoustic moments. Each release reflected vulnerability rather than formula, reinforcing her reputation as an artist driven by feeling instead of trends. Offstage, Rosé's image blends high-fashion elegance with understated authenticity. She has become a global ambassador for luxury houses, regularly attending fashion weeks in Paris and New York and representing Saint Laurent and Tiffany & Company on international platforms. Her slim silhouette, platinum blonde hair, and effortless style have made her a favorite of designers and photographers worldwide. Yet despite the glamour, she maintains a grounded presence. She often shares glimpses of studio sessions, casual moments with her members, and reflections on music rather than curated extravagance. Her lifestyle mirrors discipline, creative focus, and emotional honesty. Financially, Rosé's success extends beyond music. With earnings from album sales, world tours, brand endorsements, and global campaigns, her estimated net worth reflects a carefully built empire rooted in consistency and international reach. BLACKPINK's massive streaming numbers and sold-out stadium shows further solidify her standing as part of one of the highest-earning girl groups in history. What sets Rose apart is emotional resonance. In an industry known for spectacle, she leads with sincerity. Whether standing alone with a microphone and guitar or commanding a stadium stage, she prioritizes connection over performance alone. That authenticity fuels her longevity. As of 2026, Rose stands not just as a K-pop idol, but as a global pop figure, a bridge between cultures, and a voice recognized within seconds of a song's first note. Her journey from a church choir in Melbourne to worldwide arenas reflects quiet courage, relentless dedication, and unwavering belief in music itself. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, Like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.